The bathrooms are out the door, directly across the hall. If you have your cell phones on, please silence them now or completely turn them off. We really, really want to minimize the distractions when our presenter comes up front. And the last thing that I want to say is if you have questions, please hold your questions until the end of the presentation. The likelihood is that they're going to get answered, but we don't, again, we want to minimize the distractions. Jot your questions down if you kind of like me and have a poor memory, so jot your questions down if you do. But don't walk out of these rooms, out of these doors, without getting your questions answered. Is that okay with everyone? Yeah. All right, all right. Well, again, I'm excited to be here. My name is Sylvia Linnell. We are celebrating Coach JP's birthday. All right. Happy birthday. Let me tell you a little bit about me and how I got started in the business. I really found myself at a point in life when I felt that I should be settled and everything should be okay. I found myself no longer in a two-income household. All right. I found myself living off of, I did an early retirement from the city of Virginia Beach, and I found myself living off of 40% of my income. It was a good income, very good income, but, you know, again, not having a plan B and living on a one income household set me back. So I had to really come up with, what am I going to have as a plan B? Well, this travel platform has really positioned me to make the kind of supplemental money that I need to continue to live the lifestyle that I had become accustomed to, as well as to basically, I think this is first and foremost for me, leave a legacy for my daughter and the future generations to come. How about that? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to get out of the way, and I am going to bring before the front of the room a person who I feel is just a dynamic person. I have a tremendous amount of respect for her. She is rising quickly as a top dollar earner with Surge365. Yes. You can see the accolades. And last year, she earned multiple $1,000 bonuses, 3 $10,000 bonuses, a $50,000 bonus. All right. And that made her a 6-figure earner, and it got her the coveted, I say it's the coveted, ring, 6-figure ring wearer. She became a bonus of that. So she's wearing that. She is also she's trailblazing this year as well, because she has earned, again, multiple $1,000 bonuses. She's earned her 4th $10,000 bonus, right? So those of us that she's coaching, I mean, we are just following her footsteps, and she's doing a tremendous job. So she's having a wonderful time. She's helping a lot of people along the way. She does all these great things for teams across the United States, St. Louis, Tennessee, New York, Virginia, North Carolina. I mean, I can go on and on and on. She has teams in Trinidad, Tobago, Australia, just to name a few. She is having a lot of fun doing what she's doing. She's got a heart of gold. We all know that. Yeah. And she really, really is having fun as she helps other people meet their goals and help them have fun as well. She's been to Costa Rica, she's been to Brazil, she's been to Cancun, she's been to Las Vegas several times, Miami, Naples. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on. But all of this is a way that she is positioning herself to help people, and it also lets you know that she knows 100% of the information. All right? So without further ado, please help me bring to the front of the room our top producer, national builder, and our soon-to-be marketing director, whom we all affectionately call Coach JP.
You know what's so wonderful about the relationship with Sylvia is that we established this race relationship over 5 to 6 years ago. And the funny thing was, just about a year and a half, 2 years ago, we found out we were cousins. But you know, it's great when you connect with somebody on so many levels. And then, of course, when we found out we were related, we realized, you know, where a lot of that came from. But when I tell you meticulous, what is she not well spoken? Y'all can not only is she meticulous and well spoken, guys, she just has a heart of gold. So she's a rising regional builder. That's 5 $1,000 bonuses. In addition to that, she is running in the Coach JP's race to Punta Cana. Now I'm gonna tell y'all that are running against her. The last time she had to run to the race to Brazil, it was a cat fight the whole way. Y'all did it for my cousin, Miss Sylvia Linnell. I am excited. Where's Brenda?
I'm here.
Hey, Miss Brenda, nice to meet you. All right, all right. You look like one of us too. Let's see, cousin. There might be one of us right there too. Miss Virginia, where's Miss Virginia? Hi, Miss Virginia. My grandmother was Molly Virginia Bright. She called herself the unsinkable. All right, Molly Bright. Where are fellas? Is it fellas or fellas? Fellas. Whose voice? Fellas. Now, how do I pronounce that?
You said it right.
I said it, fellas. All right, fantastic. Welcome, welcome. Lorraine. Where's Lorraine? Hello, Miss Lorraine. Nice hair, girl. See you. All right, Winfred. Where's Winfred? Hello, sir. How are you, Pastor? Pastor Winfred?
No, she's the pastor.
She's the pastor. Also, Pastor Lorraine. And Deacon. So Deacon Winfred and Pastor Lorraine.
Winfred.
I didn't mean to call you Winfred. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
You're hella good, Pastor. Miss Barbara, where's Miss Barbara? Hello. Nice hair. I see you. That's that Brazil Punta Cana hair right there. Okay. Miss Lily. I know where's Lily sitting at though? Where's Miss Lily? Hey, baby girl. All right. Jamie? Jamia. Is it Jamia? Beautiful name. And Joyce. Miss Joyce. Hi, with the hat. Okay. And then my favorite, Charles. How are you, Charles? Y'all give it a round of applause for our guests. So we are going to be talking about income. And I'm excited about the pretty pink balloon because it's not every day that, you know, people celebrate your 39th birthday. My mama said, ain't nobody business but mine and Social Security. Listen, let me tell you, my great-grandma forgot. She laughed so long, she told me forgot what age she was. So back then, she worked at Star-Kissed Peanuts, something like that. Sun-Kissed, Star-Kissed, but anyway, in Suffolk, Virginia. And she walked there. You know what it is? She walked every day. Well, back then, there were no computers. You just wrote down on an index card your information every year. So she kept backing the year up. She kept backing the year up. And so when she was like 76 is when computers came out, and they realized she had worked 11 years longer than she was supposed to. So we're going to talk about income. Anybody good with that? Say aye. If you're good with talking about a lot of income, say aye. If you're in here and you run a church or an organization and your church or organization could use an influx of income, say aye. Guys, here's the beautiful thing about what we're going to talk about. Wouldn't it be nice like if you grew up enjoying what you did for a living? Come on, man. Now, there are some people who do, yes or yes? But most people, according to Time Magazine, can't wait to get out. All right. So we're going to talk about creating an extra income and having fun. Is fun all right, y'all? We're going to talk about having fun. At the end, I'm just going to ask you one simple question. Do you like what you see? Is that fair? Do you what? Like what you see. That's all I want to know. Yes or what? No. Either way, you're going to win. Is that all right? So we're going to talk about travel and vacation. Now, who are we? Well, first things first, I'm hot. I'm either going to have a hot flash or a freeze y'all. I'm going to go for the latter. I'm just going to, I don't even think this thing is on. Where is Miss Cypress? Does she does all of this stuff? If I break out in a full body sweat, Pastor Lorraine, you won't know what happened. I spontaneously combust. But who are we? So those of you who were invited tonight, you were invited, Jameer, because we are a group of CEOs that have just decided that life and life ordinary is not good enough. See, we come from a space where we believe, twins, that we're supposed to have it and have it more what? Abundantly. And so we also have this thing, you know, Miss Yvonne, that we're not going to leave anybody behind. We want to make sure that everybody we can reach knows that there's an opportunity out there to do better, not just for themselves. Because the way we read it, we're supposed to take care of roles of our children and our children's what? Children. But oftentimes, like when I worked over at the shipyard, the only thing that I had left when I left the shipyard, Miss Joyce, was a check in the hole. Is there any way for me to leave legacy income to my children that way? Matter of fact, I was talking to Pastor Gerald back there in the back, and he said, listen, one of the things I've got to create is I've got to create a residual retirement income, because as a pastor, I don't have retirement. Make sense? So we're just a group of CEOs that are going to do things different. Can y'all say different? Different. Now, let me ask you a question. What kind of traveler are you? Like, who right now needs a vacation yesterday? Yesterweek? A month ago? Right? We're going to talk about vacations. What kind of traveler are you? Now, my cousin Sylvia and I, we go zip lining. We go hang gliding. We're skydiving. Tree climbing, ain't that right, cousin? That's right. We just do it afraid. But then there are those travelers who love Lily to be able to just sit back, relax, feel the sun on their face and the sands in the toes. Well, the beautiful thing about Surge365 is this, is that you literally have an opportunity to stop paying the big price. Y'all say big price. Big price. Big price is retail for travel. So Pastor Lorraine, I was speaking with Pastor Good up in Richmond, Virginia, and one of the things he does as kind of like the director of training for in the Pentecostal organization is he travels from church to church, training them. So there's a lot of travel, yes or yes? Oh, yes. So what I shared with him is right now they're paying for you to travel, but they're paying retail. Why don't we start paying what, y'all? Wholesale, or what I like to call the little price. Right? In other words, keep more money in your pocket than you let go out of your what? Pocket. That changes the budget. In addition to that, what we do is we cut out who? You guys understand that before it makes it to you, there's a whole lot of people that got paid. That's right. You understand that? So what we do is cut them out so that you can really save. But when you share this information with other people, you can make a what, y'all? Substantial. Anybody mad at that? No. Matter of fact, Pastor Lorraine, the more they make, the more that 10% is. Yes or yes? But see, because if you're able to be blessed, are you able to do more blessing to the house? Yes or yes? Yes. So guys, we're going to show you how with the first platform, and this is a platform that we're really working. As a matter of fact, I'll be flying out to St. Louis this weekend. On Monday, I'm meeting again with Faith-Based Ministries Christian Coalition for Good. And they are in a fundraising need. So what we're going to show them is how they can own a proprietary algorithm. Y'all say that with me. Proprietary algorithm that's literally going to show their members a way to travel for less. So think about your friends and family, right? You share your link with your friends and family, whatever they save, and they'll save what percentage of the time, y'all? 85% of the time, you're going to what? Earn. Now, for those of you watching out on Facebook, 100%. Charles, we're going to pay you dollar for dollar what your customers save. So if your customers save $200, you're going to get a check for what? $200. So what we're going to be talking to Faith-Based Ministries about, because I think they have like over 10,000 members, we're going to talk about, and we have a very nice letter that's going to go out to them, Miss Virginia, that just says, listen, as opposed to asking you to donate more money, we found a way that you can bless the church without having to what? Donate more money. Since our congregation travels already what? Anyway, doesn't it make sense to send them, redirect them to your link, your proprietary algorithm link? And if they were to book, for example, Orlando, if you had a friend or you had a donor to your organization or you had a member of your congregation book Orlando and save $284 because they booked 7 nights on your what? Vortex, and whatever they save, you what? Earn. You just earned $284. So let's play with some math, because I come from a dealership background. I knew that if I bought 5 Hondas at $10,000 and I sold each of them at $15,000, somebody's going to ask me for $1,000 off. So I'm going to sell 5 Hondas, right, at $4,000 profit. I knew I'm going to make $20,000 on a Honda. Make sense? So what if you did some mathematics? Think about your organization or your circle of friends. People that you know on Facebook, people that you have something in common with. You you may worship with them. People that are co-workers, people that are your family. What if 200 nights are booked on your link, fellas, this year? And they only saved y'all how much? $25. Do you realize, fellas, you just earned a check totaling $5,000 because you saved somebody what? $5,000. Now, who's happier? The people that he saved the money? Or fellas? Both. Because it's a what? Win-win situation. So the beautiful thing is, if we think mathematically, what if this is 2,000 nights right here, twins, in the next 2-3 years? What's 2,000 times 50 for $25, y'all? 50,000. What if you just had 100 families in your organization, in your church, save $500 on their vacation this year? See, the money is being spent what? Anyway. But what we found a way is for you to redirect, Deacon, that money back into the what? House. Or back into your pocket if you're just like me. Is that all right? Because it's not going to just happen one year, but each and every what? Year. So we're able to redirect that to whatever you need it to be directed to. Now, are you familiar with what this platform looks like? As a matter of fact, if you did not see the word Vortex, what does this look like? Exceed your price line and Travelocity. The difference in this platform, and when your friends and family, your cousins, your aunts and uncles, you might have got a family reunion this year. Yes. Now, who this year is going to earn all the money, Miss Lily? You and Hilton, or just Hilton? Right? Because if your family's traveling in what? Anyway. Who has somebody graduating this year?
That's right. That's right.
Right? Now you share your link with the people who are coming in to celebrate the graduation of your loved one. And guess what? Now that money that they save, you can even say, listen, baby girl, whatever we save on the family coming in, I'm going to give that check to what? You. Either way, why would we continue to give it away? Does that make sense, family? So think about the power of that, because whatever your friends and family save on hotels, cruises, and car rentals, you're going to what? Anybody mad at that?
No.
Exactly. Now, what I love about our platform is this. Most people get started in business, and they're really curious about what to do. Walt Disney actually contracted a company that has what we call artificial intelligence that's kind of like Jamia, a mobile coach. What it literally does is it walks the new person that's hired on to Walt Disney through what they need to know for the first however many days. Well, we contracted the same company to give you what we call SAM. Y'all say SAM. SAM is artificial intelligence. He comes straight to your cell phone, and what are most of us on all the time? Cell phone, right? So he's going to walk you through your first 60 days with tips and reminders and strategies on how to build your what? Business. But those of you who are guests did not wake up today knowing how to run a miniature Expedia.
Right.
So we're going to teach you how to what? Run a miniature Expedia. Sylvia.
Yes.
You shared a link with Andrea.
Yes.
You did, and then you followed up with a thank you card, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes. Andrea. Where'd she go?
She had a phone call.
She had a phone call. So Tanisha, you're downline from Andrea.
Yes.
Did Andrea? So you received this link from Sylvia, yes or yes?
Yes.
And then you booked to go see your daughter in London, yes or yes?
Yes.
And when you got home, Sylvia sent you a what?
A thank you card.
And Curiosity did what?
Killed the cat.
And the cat is here. Is that okay? Right? So the power is we're going to teach you not just, how to share a link, but how the strategies in maximizing the travel earnings of your customers. How many of you have filed your taxes for 2019? How many of you are unhappy? These guys are in business. So if you're not in business, how many of you have filed your taxes for 2019? You realize that this is unusual? You have? You filed it? You have not?
You're not happy.
You're not happy. Come up here with me. Come here. You ain't got to go that far. I'm going to stand over here with you. What was there a difference this year?
Yes, ma'am.
A big difference. So the return you got last year, filing about the same way, and the return you got this year, was it different? Now, do I know you? So I just met you. So we didn't stage this.
Right.
She filed her taxes. Are you aware of why?
For income of some sort. From
No.
all that I've worked for.
Let me help you. I'm gonna help her out real quick. All right, let me tell you why. Family, in 2017, and those of you who don't know, please write this web address down. Taxplanfaqs.com. Taxplanfaqs.com. This is a consumer site that somebody put up once the tax reform happened in 2017 that you were not made aware of. And when that tax reform happened, it gave the tax benefits to 1% of the American population. That's 5,500 people. The wealthiest people in America. But what it did was from, what's your first name again? Miss Natalie, it pulled the things that she used to be able to write off. It took them what? Away. But on the other side of the coin, the three of you that raised your hand over here and you're still happy, raise your hand again. What did you have different than maybe Miss Natalie last year? You had a what?
Had a business, and let me quickly. My tax preparer told me I got that $2,000 extra because of this business. And I did not make money.
I'm sorry. Say that part again. You didn't make $1,000.
I didn't make a whole lot of money.
Because you're right. Because you were really launching.
That's right. I was launching my business, but I got that $2,000 more. I got that the biggest return.
Understand something. You will lose more money not joining us tonight.
That's right.
Then you will spend to join us tonight. Because you have tax deductions. And so one of the things that our president is at his heart, at the core of who he is a what? Businessman. Now how many of y'all remember grandma saying stuff like kill the cat and don't put all your eggs in what? One basket. Well, what he did, Charles, was he made it better. He padded the benefits for business owners. As a matter of fact, anybody in here with children between the ages of 5 and 18? He padded it so that your children can be hired by you. They work. He said, I got you here. Right? They work in business with you, but now, fellas, as opposed to giving them, going buy them Christmas presents or school presents or whatever, school clothes, whatever, you pay them, Charles, a salary. Now, prior to the 2017 tax reform, Charles could only write off $6,300 per child. Miss Natalie, this year he can write off $12,000 per child. Wow. Grandmother used to say, if you can't beat them, join them. You need to be in business for your what? Yeah. Now, it's not just because of that. We already had an advantage before he changed the tax law. Because the tax laws were written 80 years ago for business what? Owners. That's when most of us actually own our own business. Somehow through the industrial and the technical revolution, we became employees of other people. But the tax laws didn't track, did they? So if you're going to offset, Miss Natalie, next year that ain't happening. It's showing. See, because last year I did, Pastor Lorraine, 30,000 miles in my business. The government pays me about 60 cents per mile. They pay me $18,000 to talk to y'all. So this weekend on Friday, I drove to Tennessee. Round trip and back, Miss Virginia to Tennessee was 1,500 miles at 60 cents a mile. Y'all get it? So what you're going to be able to do is turn ordinary expenses like your cable bill, your cell phone bill, your rent, your lights, your gas, your water, your property taxes. A portion of that will now become tax deductible because you are in business for your what? Self. Come on, somebody. Yeah. So what I'm going to share with you is not only how you can take advantage of that, but how many of you in your first 30 days would like to earn $1,150? Oh, yes. Is that all right? So the beautiful thing about what we're putting together, all right, Miss Brenda, is that you actually don't even have to worry about failure. Some people say, well, Miss Parker, what if it does not work? It will. Let me ask you a question. What if it does? Because a lot of us have books in us. We have songs in us. We have poems in us. And we're so afraid of this 4-letter word right here that we do not share it with the rest of the what? World. For fear of what? Failure. Well, we already know that whether I make money or not, I can increase my tax return by listen, just share your link with how many people? They don't have to book travel. They're just going to sign up on your what? Link. They save you what? Earn. But if for any reason, Miss Brenda, you're not happy with your financial results after 12 months, we'll give you your money back. We're so confident that you will win that we back your business with a 100% risk-free guarantee. Y'all give it up for Surge365. What I love about this platform is you don't have to be some superstar. You just have to know how to share a what? Link. We're going to teach you how to share, where to share. You back by 150% money back guarantee. Not only when you pay your $177, do you get your link? Not only do you get the company training you, not only do you have that, that mobile coach, but you got us. See, you can join something online. Anybody ever did like Carlton Sheets Real Estate? And you order that stuff and they send you a box? Right? There's nobody there to help you. You call the 800 number, you get put on hold so much, you just give up. But we are real people, helping you make real income, have real tax benefits in real time right now. For less than the cost of what it's going to, I'm going to have to pay my hairdresser to go to Orlando. Because I can only buy one premium pack of hair for $177. Y'all understand? So what I'm saying to you is this. We have spent more on less. Yes or yes? Yes. So somebody says, I can't afford to get started. I'm going to tell you to do what I did, and that's called figure it out.
There you go.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Well, Coach JP, that's 6354. That's a lot. But Grandma used to also say this. Tanisha, birds of a feather tend to do what? Flock together. So if it makes sense to you like it made sense to Sylvia, then it made sense to Andrea, then it made sense to Tanisha, then it made sense to Rosa, it'll make sense to your friends too, yes or yes. And so the company says, you know what, Tanisha and I believe that this company is fantastic, except for that fee, ain't that right, baby girl? But the company says we will help you do what? What's this word? You let us refer this to 3 people. You become what we call deacon, 3 and 3. When you're 3 and 3, your monthly fee is what? Wait. Do I have to get 3 every month? No. Well, Coach JP, how do we keep Scott and Harry and Trevor 3, so that they keep making their subscription? Let me tell you what we do for Scott and Harry and Trevor. We help them get what? 3 also. Does that make sense? The secret sauce is 3 and 3. Now, this is part of our platform that I absolutely love because I love sharing this number right here. See this number right here, guys? When we first got started with these slides last February, not last month, a year ago, these slides read, Beulah, $41 million in savings. This is $41 million, Pastor Lorraine, that our members, our family, our friends did not pay to Expedia, but kept in their what? Pocket. We're doing a customer service. We should have like a customer service commercial. This year, can somebody tell me what this figure is? 61 million in 2019. So in just over 4 years, Ms. Velma, our company has saved people 61 what? Million dollars. That's money that stayed in somebody's pocket, in somebody's organization. Guys, here's the beautiful thing. Now, this is what I was telling Pastor Good in Richmond. When you are traveling, your savings is going to be greater than that of the congregation. Because he owns the what? Platform.
Yes.
However, in addition to that, he has the guaranteed lowest prices. So as an owner of the platform, not just a user of the link, you will save 100% of the time, Ms. Brenda, not 85% of the time. We have a guarantee. Y'all can't see it, but these 2 words right here say price guarantee. In addition to that, you got concierge at your fingertips. There are never any blackout days, and everything that you do earns you reward credits. So let's talk about that. Let's just look at some samples, and we picked some popular destinations. Orlando. Who likes Mickey Mouse? Yes. MIC. MOUSC. Okay, I know what generation y'all are. Y'all 39 again like me. All right, so here's the thing. The lowest internet price. Now, I want you to understand with respect what that means. If this is the lowest price that people online at Expedia, Priceline, and Travelocity are going to pay, that means there's a price out there that's what? Higher. Our technology finds what that lowest price is, fellas, and Jamil, we bring back to you a wholesale price. So for the same vacation Little price. Which one would you rather pay? Little. Because what you left in your bank account, Jamila, so that you could enjoy your vacation was $948. Now, if your customer had booked this travel, or a member of your congregation, they saved $284. Family, please tell them what the company's going to send them next month. $284, penny for penny. Not 50% of what they saved, 100 solid percent of what they saved. And guys, it doesn't matter where you're going. I was in New York. Cousin Gloria, on the 32nd floor in Manhattan. Listen, it's about $300 a night in Manhattan. Y'all know that? Yeah. Right down there in Times Square where the ball drops. Yeah. Look at our price. Woo. Including taxes and what? Fees. So we keep $748 right there in our what? Pocket. So when you're traveling, your cost, your budget, because we have budgets for the year, most organizations, your budget does not have to include being extorted by Expedia.
Thank you.
Because here's my point, especially when I look at this one. My point is this. Oops, let's go back. My point is you can go to stay in the same hotel 2.5 times for what Expedia is charging people for one. It's kind of like this though. I had one young lady say to Miss Rosa, say to her sister, she says, well, I don't know who y'all are, so I need to research y'all. I said, well, that makes sense. You probably research everything. You're probably very, studious, and that's what you do. By the way, who owns Expedia? She didn't what? No. So it would be like me going in. Miss Joyce is trying to sell me a dress in Macy's. The dress is 75% off. But I come to Miss Joyce and I say, listen, I need to know who dropped the price. Because this dress was $300 and now y'all selling it for $79. I need to know who dropped it to determine if I want to pay $79.
I was saying, thank you, right?
Anybody in here research the manufacturer's coupons you get in the mail? No. So why do you need to research saving $3,164? Does that make sense? No. Because if you continue to book on Expedia, this is a gift to them.
Yes, it is.
Yep. Because now that you know better, Grandma said you ought to what? Do better. Why would you continue? Listen, Grandma Pa said, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, what? Shame on me. It does not make sense to give away hard-earned money that you can keep in-house. Make sense? Guys, even if you start looking at Rome, it doesn't matter what you look at. I mean, picture the food, the fun, and the fashion. It doesn't, I'm sorry, that was fast. It doesn't matter. This money stays on your bank card, yes or yes? Yes. Won't that pay for your flight?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you really got to get there, right? Now, you know what, twins? When me, you, and Rosa, the only reason we going is to do Facebook Live. Look. This white stuff right here, we're going to be right here, y'all. That's me, Beulah, and you. Oh, wait a minute, Rosa, is that you? Don't you listen, if the world is your oyster, why not travel the world with money in your pocket? Does that make sense? Guys, I had one guy, Malcolm Alexander, said, well, if you want to insist on paying retail, just give me this. I'll book you for this, and then I'll keep that. And the guy's like, no, man, I ain't trying to give you my money, but you're giving it to. Make sense?
That's right.
Guys, here's the beautiful thing, guys. Whether you're going to book a cruise or not, and here's what a lot of our pastors are doing right now. One of them, Pastor Lisa Pfeiffer, Pastor Brown, up in, what is she at? Is that Maryland? Maryland. Eastern Shore, right?
Yes.
Right?
Maryland.
She, as opposed to booking her retreats in a hotel now, she books a gospel cruise, and a couples cruise, and a singles cruise, and a family cruise. She said when they leave and go on vacation, they take the tithes and offerings with them what? Anyway, I might as well be the travel agent, and they book the travel what? Through. Does that make sense? So guys, we got savings. And even if you think about the kind of rental car, we were in Tennessee, Leslie booked a rental car through Avis. So it's not going to be a Surge rental car place. It's going to be one that you recognize. Hers Avis out of Old National. Would you rather pay the big price or the what?
Little
price. Because this money stays right there in your bank account. Now, we're not the first ones to come out with a travel club. No. us have heard American Express say, membership has its what? Privileges. Membership has its privileges. I just didn't know that they own a travel company.
Me either.
Now their company is called Inspirata. How much are they charging their members? How many of you feel like for $30,000 you should orbit Earth? Then they charge them, Rebecca, $3,400 per year.
Wow.
That's $283 a month that they bill one time annually in this Virginia. So Nick Pagano went on one of they had people out handing out, like, if you come visit us, and hear our speech, we'll give you a free dinner or whatever they give you. He went, and it is exactly these prices before tax. And he said they were saving them 10 and 15 and 20%. So you're spending $10,000 to save what? 10, 15, and 20%. But see, they don't have the algorithm we have access to. See, this algorithm says this. And you just tell me if it makes sense. Does it make sense for you to go where you want, when you want, with whom you want?
Yes.
Does it make sure that it doesn't matter if it's vacation travel, business travel, or everyday travel, we back your travel up 150%? Yes or yes?
Yes, yes.
Does it make sense that you're going to earn reward credits on everything that you do? And you can redeem those reward credits for future travel, yes or yes?
Yes.
And guys, does it make sense that we actually even offer you a coach that if you want to turn this into a business, you got it at your fingertips? Guys, it's $277.
Wow.
They're charging people, fellas, $283 per month. And your only cost is $277. Let me break it down. $199 is what the product costs. That's it. How much is it? $199. You'll pay your first monthly subscription of $59.95 plus some processing fees. It comes to what, y'all? $277. Well, Coach, can I be 3 and 3? What's the answer, family?
Yes.
See, this $63.54, that's the first avenue of business. We're going to get rid of that one. Is that all right? But here's the beautiful thing. This is where our happiest members happen to be. What is it called, y'all? Our Vortex what? Platinum. Because it combines the best of those two worlds, but then adds a travel agency component to it as well. So Malcolm Alexander was taking his family to Orlando. No, I'm sorry, I take that back. His brother was getting married in, was it Jamaica, Pastor?
Yes.
Jamaica. So think about this. Put your thinking caps what? On. People all around you are traveling. So since his brother and the bride and the guests and the wedding party had to go to Jamaica what? Anyway, he shared his Vortex link. They saved collectively $4,200. He made how much? $4,200. Then he took his membership and he booked him and his children. They were at Sandals. Sandals is all adults, so they had to book down the street, right? He booked them for 8 days, 7 nights for $249. But wait, there's more. With the reward credits that he earned, not just from his travel, but from his brother's wedding party travel, he was able to book excursions and plane tickets for free. But wait.
There's more.
There's more. Before I talk to you about the travel agency, let me talk to you about this part. We had a young lady by the name of Charlize. Charlize booked a cruise, right, for her family reunion. Doesn't that sound like a unique idea? Her auntie had booked it. Then she said, well, Auntie Merle, she said, can I book, the rest of the family that hasn't booked through my link? How many cruise credits do you earn approximately per person? She ended up with 180,000 reward credits. Now here is what a lot of nonprofits do. Because sometimes, a person will come to even my church and they'll need money because they've been set out and they need groceries or whatever. And sometimes we just don't have it. But we can take the reward credits, go into our membership, purchase a Walmart card with the reward credits, and give it to the young lady versus turning her what? Away. See, the reward credits are going to, and that doesn't even come out of our church budget. The reward credits are going to cover that. So when she earned $180,000, we were going to Brazil this past year. When we were going to Brazil, those flights were not cheap, were they? They were not cheap. But Charlize had earned 180,000 reward credits. So she booked round trip, Ms. Coleman, out of North Carolina into Miami. Round trip out of Miami into Brazil. and paid $33. When you don't know what you don't know, you keep doing what you've been doing, which gets you what you've been getting. But once you know how to do better, you learn to do what? Better. And the fact is that we have a travel agency. Yes or yes, Miss Rosa?
Yes.
Now, Miss Rosa, you did some comprehensive training. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Sitting at your what?
Kitchen table.
Kitchen table. See, you can become a full-blown travel agent with the accreditation of somebody who spent thousands and tens of thousands of dollars, which is what Expedia charges, for what I'm about to share with you, and get the same accreditation. So then you went ahead and did some vendor training. Yes or yes, Miss Rosa?
Yes.
One of those vendors was Princess Cruise Line. Yes or yes?
Yes.
And what did Princess Cruise Line offer you?
They offered us a 7, 14, or 21-day free cruise. Pay your taxes and fees.
I don't think they heard you. They offered you a what?
Say it again.
A 7, 14, 21-day cruise.
For how many people?
For 2.
For 2 people. You trying to say that because you don't want me to go. I heard it was for fun. But anyway. So the price, the value, do you know what the value of the 7-day cruise is?
I think it's about 39 something.
Per person. About $5,000. But wait, there's more. If you are in this room and you have taken that Princess Cruise Line cruise training, or pastor in the back, you are a benefactor of your wife having taken that training. Please stand up. If you've taken that training and earned that cruise, please stand up. Y'all see that? Now this young man said, I just launched my business really last year. I didn't make any money, but I got back $2,000 extra on my tax return. Then this young lady and Pastor Brown's wife, First Lady Saletta, have taken a Princess Cruise Line cruise training and earned a free $5,000 to $15,000 cruise for sitting at their kitchen table and taking some tests and reading some information. Seth, didn't you earn the same thing?
I'm almost there.
You're almost there.
I'm almost there.
Almost there.
I'm real
So
close.
family, you have the ability to share the link like Malcolm did, earn reward credits like Charlize did, book inexpensive travel for you and your family or your whoever it is, like we do, have a risk-free guarantee backing up your business, a success coach, and it's all for $477. Actually, no, it's all for $277. A lot of us were on our knees last night.
Yes, we will.
And we were praying to the gods above, please let them extend the special pricing. That's 33% off. Yes or yes? Might be more than that. But what normally goes for $477, which is what Pastor and I paid, you can get today for what? $277. Everything that you see. So we've just built a lot of value in what we actually have as a product. But now I'm going to talk to you about some capital. Is that all right? See, you can earn money as a travel agent. Yes or yes?
Yes.
You can earn money showing the link. Yes or yes? Yes? But you also can earn money helping other people. Now, Warren Buffett puts it this way. He says, to increase your wealth, what do? Molly Virginia Brown, said to increase your wealth, God bless the child that has his own. She just said it different. Yes or yes? She says, listen, things you like to do should be a what? Hobby of yours. Things the world does, according to Warren Buffett, should be a what? Business of yours. What is the world doing? See, most of you don't know my story. You see me standing up here, but you don't know that just a little bit over 6 or 7 years ago, I lost everything I own. Even my self-esteem. When the recession hit and our bank filed bankruptcy, the $2.5 million they loaned us, they needed that what? Back. But they had told us to expand our company, and we spent $750,000 doing that. We needed the extra money they were supposed to give us to get our money what? Back. But see, cars were hard hit in the recession. And so during the recession, 30 months after they pulled the plug, our doors were closed. So now I'm falling on hard times to the extent of moving back home with my mama. That is not cute. Jermaine, they always think you 7, baby. So if they still treat you like you young, it don't get no better when you're 39 again. going to recover. Sandals broke ground in Trinidad to build another resort. Boeing built, and they need to build them a little better, but Boeing built some jets. Hilton built hotels. Oasis built a cruise line. What am I telling you? That this business is recession what? Proof. People are going to travel. People will book their travel before they plan their retirement. How do you know that?
Oh, yes.
Folks will leave and go on a vacation knowing their light bill due and say, I'll figure it out.
I ain't suggesting that. I'm just telling y'all what I heard.
But here's the thing. We took and combined the world's largest industry with the best non-plan and direct sales, where literally you become a Surge business associate. So I showed you option 1 and option 2 combined with 3. Now I'm showing you a whole separate, say option.
Option.
Meaning if you don't like what I'm saying right now and helping build the teams is not your thing, can you still just book cruises and say give $2,000 back on your taxes? Yes. So don't leave here saying, well, I ain't get in because, you know, they had to be talking about recruiting people. No, I spent 45 minutes telling you about travel. Does that make sense? Don't you let that little person on your shoulder talk you out of a great opportunity. Make sense? So guys, we took that. Your first 30 days, you can earn $150 and $1,000 bonus, but then you have access to, if you're a team builder, please stand up. If you're a team builder, please stand up. And I want you guys to tell me as team builders what you have access to. Unlimited what, y'all? $1,000. And unlimited what, y'all? $10,000. And up to what, y'all?
$6 monthly residual.
And you can do the what?
100 day challenge.
For how much?
$50,000.
Woo!
Hey.
So let's talk about that. And we're going to wrap on up. See, you can become a you can exercise this option. Pass the ground for how much?
$19.95.
Now you just heard the team builder say that you can earn unlimited what?
$1,000.
Unlimited what? $10,000 bonuses. For how much?
$19.95.
Don't you dare leave here and say I couldn't afford to do something.
That's right.
You can't afford not to. Right? So in your first 30 days, guys, not only are we providing you with the tools, see, this app right here, TaxBot, goes on every time I get in the car. When I drove my Happy Hips to Tennessee, she said, we are tracking you. All the way to what? Tennessee, and all the way what? Back. Is that all right? And every mile is taxed what? Deductible. We're going to show you how to turn. Please write this book down. It's not what you make that counts, it's what you keep. Because if you make $50,000, but you give 33% of it away in taxes,
You ain't doing that.
right. But we're going to show you how your income in your business is only taxed 18 to 20%, while our job income is taxed 28 to 33%. Guys, we're going to provide you with a marketing app, but your first 3 sales in your first 8 days, how much does the company pay you?
$150.
But then we're going to go on and help you bring in your first 7 sales in your first what days?
30 days.
That's going to pay what? $1,000. Coach JP, I don't know what to say. Thank God. As a matter of fact, we like you to say as little as possible. See, in your first 30 days, you don't know what to say. I'm going to come in, and I'm going to do the heavy lifting for you. When Pastor Good called a conference call this past Thursday of pastors, I was the one doing the talking for what? Him. Does that make sense? We don't want you trying to figure out what to say. For as a matter of fact, please say as matter of fact, bring it right here. Make a list of names. Oh, so should I just put like my cousin, he needs a job, and my best friend, she ain't worked in 2 years. Put everybody.
Everybody.
I want you to put your pastors. I want you to put accountants, real estate agents. I want you to put doctors. Do you know doctors are suffering right now? Because of how the health reform has been doing? So there are people that you know. Grandma used to say everything that glitters ain't what? Gold. There are people that you know you're judging the book by the what? Cover when you don't know what's happening in their house. See, when God brought this opportunity to you, he didn't bring it to you for you.
Nope.
There is somebody that you're connected to, 6 or 7 degrees away, that he's trying to get to, but he can't get to them except through who? You. And so when you were invited here tonight, it was not about accident. There's no steps of a good man or a woman are ordered. You were invited here for first. But we're going to talk to what? Everybody. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you can't leave people off. So Scott is on her list. She's a brand new what, y'all? Team member. She brings in Scott. Her responsibility is very simple. Get Scott what? 3 and 3. Well, Coach, that seems monotonous. It is. But you do it in this business and you'll make a lot of income helping other people. Two all beef patties.
That's the sauce. Lettuce, cheese, onion, and pickles.
Is that not the most repetitious burger on earth? Yes, but how long has McDonald's been making that burger? 15 years. The same, I think they just put bacon on it. They just put bacon on it. Right? They just put bacon on it to kind of try to, I want to Big Mac with bacon. It messes it up, but my point is, guys, they've been doing the same thing over and over again. All you're going to do is help Scott to get 3 and 3. Then you're going to help Scott's sister to get what? 3 and 3. Scott's dad to start getting what? 3 and 3. But every time 7 sales falls in your team or the group, the company's going to pay you a what? $1,000 bonus, whether you did the work or not. Charles, when you look at this particular schematic, we're going to continue to help his people get 3 and 3. It falls in your team or the group, you're going to earn another what, y'all? $1,000 bonus. Scott, Charles, you didn't refer any of these. Does that make sense? But because you opened the door to them, you're going to win. So every time somebody joins your team, you earn $10. Every time you put in another 7, you get what, y'all? How many can you get, Valerie? Unlimited. Let me just ask you a question. If you needed $1,000 from your job tomorrow, what would you have to get permission to do? I was talking to Pastor Good, and I said, Pastor Good, he just got his $1,000 check. Y'all give it up for Pastor Good up in church. Pastor Good, so I'm going to take a picture of it, and I'm going to cash it. I said, but here's the thing. Do you understand that somebody working at Walmart making $10 an hour would have to work 100 hours? And Pastor Goodman, how did we get him 3 and 3? We had a few travel parties. Guys, $2 to $6 in residual, $10,000 for every 100 active members. And so what's going to happen is this. You bring in, let me just show you, because mathematically this works better for me. When you're on your way to your 100, Pastor Lorraine, what's going to happen is the company's going to pay you 14 of those $1,000 bonuses, right? That equals how much, y'all? $14,000. When she gets to 100, the company's going to pay her how much? $10,000. On the way, they paid her $10 per each of those 100. That's another what? 1,000. Right? That's 20 what? 5,000. But Pastor Lorraine, you let us help you do this. Miss Barbara, Miss Winfrey, Miss Lily, Jameer, you let us help you do that inside of your first 100 days, and the company's going to pay you what? $25,000. Is that all right? So real quickly, I want to call the number 5 national builder and all of Surge365 to the front of the room. Pastor Randy Brown, come if you will. Pastor Brown, there are some recognition. Y'all give it up though. They would. In all of Surge365, they are the number 5 national builder. To get that free trip to where, y'all? Why don't you just tell the family what you and your family experienced with Ford Motor Company and why you're so excited about this platform?
Well, it was back in, 2006. My wife and I, we was on vacation, and we was in Pennsylvania. And at the time, I was chaplain for Ford Motor Company. And we were heading back to North. We had just literally just got on the road, leaving out of Pennsylvania. I mean, we hadn't even got a mile down the road, and I got a phone call. And it was early in the morning, and it was one of my coworkers, the guy that I work with on the job, work next to on the job. And he called me and said, Reverend Brown, have you heard the news? I said, what news? He said, they just made a statement that they're going to close Norfolk. I said, are you serious? He said, yeah. He said, they're going to close Norfolk and we need you. He said, people are going through some things. People, it's just terrible. The atmosphere is terrible. We can't even work. It's just a mess here. We need you here now. I said, well, I can't get there now. I'm out of town. I said, I won't be there until tomorrow. He said, but it's terrible. It's a mess. You know, it's terrible. But the thing about it, my wife and I, we had 2 years prior to that announcement, we had gotten involved in the travel industry. And we had become very successful in the industry. So when the announcement was made, we were okay. We were okay, all right? But had we not made that decision, we would have been okay. We were able to, I was able to leave, they closed the plant in 2007. I actually left December of 2006 because my B plan was doing that good. So I was able to go ahead and leave. I didn't stay those 7 months that was left. I left the company. But had we not put that B plan in place, we wouldn't have been able to enjoy the lifestyle that we had created. And what was so strange about it, when the governor, even after they made the announcement, people didn't believe it was going to happen. But when the governor came to the plant, and he came to the plant and he said he was preparing himself to go down to talk to Bill Ford and see if there wasn't something, Tim Kaine, see if there wasn't something that he could do to change his mind and all that. Bill Ford called him and said, you don't have to come. This is a business decision. It's a business decision. He wasn't caring anything about the family, the 2,000 employees over there. He didn't care anything about them. He said it was a business decision. And guess what the governor said before he left that meeting? He had the meeting with the union. All his union officials, he had the meeting. And he said, you know what I advise you all to do? I advise you all to get a B plan. That's what the governor said. I advise you. And this was in 2006. He said, I advise y'all to get a B plan. That's what the governor said then. So, well, Pastor Brown, what's the significance of that? The significance of that is, guys, Surge365 is a phenomenal company.
Yes, it
okay?
is.
Listen, we were there when the company first launched this, when the company first decided to put this on the table. We were there. And I've never seen anything like this come before. I've never seen so many people's lives being changed. I've never seen people so happy to be able to do the things that this company will allow you to do, okay? And as Ms. Parker has said through the presentation, guys, you need a B plan. You need that B plan. People are hurting. People now are scared to even go and have their taxes filled out. Isn't that something that you think you ever see the day that you're scared to go and get your taxes filled out because they already know they owe because they don't have a business. Okay. So with that being said, that's you.
Thank you. So Pastor, you and First Lady are on your way to being marketing what?
Director.
So this means they're going to buy you which one, Pastor? The Charger or the Challenger?
Oh, the Challenger, of course.
Challenger. Now, I saw him riding down the street. I did. And I know it's prudent to have a 4-door. But it ain't as cute. Now here's the thing, Pastor. They're gonna pay you $2,000 a month every single what? From now on. Whether you like it or not. Every 11th of the month.
Wow.
There are 500 people on your team. Let's just say 200 are 3 and free. And let's just say the other 300 are paying the fee. You're earning $6 per each of the 300.
That's right.
6 times 3 is 1,800. Plus 2,000 every 11th of the what? Month. Now this car you'll keep, family, until you earn this one. Mercedes CLA 45 AMG Jaguar XF BMW 428i. Drop top convertible. They're gonna give you $50,000 to go pick your car up. You might do with that, say aye. But here's the most important piece: is they're gonna start to pay you $4,000 per month. Pastor Goodman said, I don't have retirement coming out of my church. That's all he does. He says, so I need to create a stream of income that comes in every single what? Month. Well, Pastor Goodman, there's going to be 2,000 people on your team. What if 1,000 of them are 3 and free, but the other 1,000 are still paying the fee? That's $6 times 1,000. That's $6,000. plus how much?
4,000.
Which is how much?
10,000.
Every single what?
Month.
From now
On.
See, because this is money that you already earned. You don't have to go back and earn this.
Right.
And I remember, having this conversation with a young lady. She said, well, that just really seems like a pyramid to me. And I said to her, it actually is. But when I was in the shipyard, I actually was in one too.
Right.
There was a CEO right here, and I was right here.
That's a pyramid.
Which one made the most money?
I see. Yeah.
And the chances of my being this guy were slim to none. Pastor, you're at the head of your church. Down here, you got the officials and the deacons and deaconesses and the elders and then there's the congregation. Yes or yes?
Yes.
So pyramid structure, is there anything wrong with a structure? No. Now, if you're asking me if this is a pyramid scheme, then I would ask you, with Southwest and Hilton and Sandals, United Air, Weston, Days Inn, Sleep Inn, Best Western, Macy's, Bloomingdale's, Knockman, Cheap Tickets, Red Lobster, Applebee's.
Olive Garden.
So sometimes when people ask the question, they're just asking a question they've heard somebody ask without understanding.
That's right.
So we just want you to understand, we are pyramid shaped, but we're nobody's scheme. Because we're going to send you your 1099. And what you do after that is up to who? You. But you will receive a 1099. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, I was sitting across from my financial advisor as I closed, Pastor, and he said to me, sitting in my face, knowing I lost everything when I was 39 the first time. He says to me, he says, by the time you retire, you need to have $1 million in an annuity. Now, how many of us can save to 100,000 without touching it? But he wants me to have $1 million in an annuity, earning 10%, so that when I retire, I can retire on what? 10,000 a month.
Yeah.
And I began to feel bad about myself. I'm saying to myself, here you are, 39 again, and you have nothing to really show for all those years you worked. For somebody else, for yourself, you have nothing. You know, guys, when you foreclose, when you file bankruptcy, they wouldn't even let me file bankruptcy. They said your limits are not going away. Because you guys spent $775,000. People don't just go away. You can't just go file a Chapter 7 and start over. They said you're going to have to wait for them to remember. You have to wait for them to forget you.
Wow.
And I just got a 1099 capital gains last year. It took them 6.5 years to forget. So here he is saying to me, you need $1 million on deposit somewhere to live on 10,000. And Miss Velma, as I began to forget, feel bad about myself, what I remembered was what God gave us. Because while I may not put the $1 million in the bank immediately, Pastor, when we're earning $4,000 a month plus $6,000 a month, that equals what? $10,000. And some of us are rounding third base to retirement. If you've been 39 enough times, you rounded third This is about $10,000 a month. This is upwards of $20,000 a month. The $8,000 plus, remember, you're getting the residual checks. This car will be in your driveway. This watch will be on your wrist. So then I run into those people that say, well, y'all just all about money. There's something about the camel and the rich man, the eye and the hump song. But if your mother needs a medical procedure, what will you have to pay to the doctor? Money. So let me close with this while Pastor J. Lloyd Thomas gives us the things, right, as well as the income. He said, first I want to say thank you. How many of us have been on a thankless job? They don't even want to say the words, good job. Pastor J. Lloyd Toma just wants to say those 2 words. What are those 2 words? Thank you.
I'll take it.
The second thing that he says, and if you are a pastor, you probably can attest to this. Most of us walk by sight. Most of us walk by what? Sight. We don't believe it until we what?
See it.
But as Roland Arturo says, don't believe what you see, but see what you what? Believe. So he told Tashana when I went down to Atlanta with you guys, he said, listen, when you drive up in this car back in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, the people who would not believe will now what? Believe. And he wants 10,000 financially independent families by the December 2020. We got 21 months to go. He said, so if I can help make them believers by what they see. Y'all got that?
Yeah.
He says, and the third thing is this. He said, I want the car that you just bought to be the last car you ever buy.
Yeah.
I don't want you putting your money in things that depreciate in value. He says, in order to leave a legacy for your children and your children's children, I want you to go out and buy property. I want you to buy real estate. I want you to buy other businesses that give you passive stream of income like ATM machines. Let me buy these things. You go serve the people, and I'm going to take care of you.
Yes.
And you understand. Give it up for Pastor Tony. When you understand this comp plan and you look at this comp plan, you know a man of God wrote the comp plan. Because it is people heavy, not company what?
That's right.
Heavy.
That's right.
So, Pastor, I gave all kinds of excuses. Even when I was sitting right where Rebecca is, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Pastor and First Lady and my mentors, they grab you by the hand and they walk you step by step through the process. So you don't have to know what you're doing. You just have to be coachable. Say coachable. Coachable. Pastor, I had the excuse back in the day. I don't have the money to get in. You just need to do what? Figure it out. Figure it out. Because we figured out more money for nothing. And I promise you, if Pastor drove up in his Challenger outside and said, I've got these keys, whoever comes up with 277 first. Then I had that excuse, right? I had that excuse that I don't have time. When oftentimes we're wasting time. And if you wait on timing to be perfect, raise your hands if anything you ever wanted to do, timing was perfect. It's never going to be perfect. We're going to put it this way, there's no time like the what? And don't put off till tomorrow. What you need to get done today. See, I knew y'all were at my house. I saw you. Right? So time is not the issue because, see, when Miss Brenda helps you, her time is added to your time. When you add him, now all 3 of your time is what Brenda's getting paid for. Does that make sense? When we add Miss Virginia, now Miss Brenda, you're not just getting paid on your 10 hours a week, but her 10 hours a week, his 10 hours a week. And Miss Virginia's 10 hours a week. Does that make sense? It's called leverage. It's what the wealthy know. And then lastly, I said I don't believe it. Sat right here every week doing exactly what she's doing. I'm using this. I'm recording these people. I need to go home and hear them over and over and over again because while I'm in with them, I don't believe them. When you're broken as much as I was broken, you don't believe. You worked all your life and then you're 39 again. You lose everything. And you got to start at not even 0, but below 0. But he and First Lady said, come go with us to see Tashana Richardson. I heard about her. She lost her house too, but she had 5 babies. And so a couple of nights she had to sleep in her car. In the Walmart parking lot with how many? 5 babies. And I heard about this young lady that earned 6 figures in 12 months in this thing that they talked about. And that she was going to be given a car at the Crown Plaza in Atlanta, Georgia. So I took my broke self down there. You understand? And I realized I could not continue to be broke and skeptical. Both of them can't. Warren Buffett can be skeptical. I can't be broke and skeptical.
Light and darkness came.
So I go down there, and then I see Pastor Tomer and his son and Dr. Christopher Copley, and I see people who care about this young lady that they didn't know a year ago. I see tears in their eyes when she's sharing her story. I see Pastor Tomer excited because her children are hugging her, like round, they're hugging her because they know where they just come from. They were sleeping in an extended stay of America. Now she's got her own home. And I saw them, Beulah and you, hand her a $10,000 check. Her second. I saw them hand her a $2,000 check. That one right there. I saw them hand her a $2,600 override check. And it was something else, Pastor, because I came up to $15,165. Not like I was counting her money.
Sound like it. On the
None of you
calculator.
remember Dwayne Dancer was sitting over here when you came in, and the table, they had the checks laying on the table. And I'm like, okay, they look like they hadn't folded them up yet and sealed them or whatever they did. She had 4 checks. I saw them hand her the keys. A young lady from Edgecombe County, North Carolina. That's where my grandma's from. Right? Told you.
Rocky Mountain.
I told you she one of us. But I saw them hand her the keys and then hand her the temporary tags. And then we all got up and walked outside. 700 people standing around her Dodge Challenger. And we're saying, well, Tashana, you got 5 kids. Why you buy a 2-door car? She said, that's my car. The van is their car. My point is this. You can find every single excuse in the world why you should not. I can give you some. But the people in your circle is why we do what we do. Because as CEOs, the last words you'll hear come out of our mouth are these 2 words: I'm good. Because if your circle is not good. Mom said, you called your dad today? This is what she said to me today. I said, I called him, he didn't answer. She said, he's probably at that janitorial job. It broke my heart. He's 74 years old. He's not supposed to be doing what? So if I don't do this, he'll never fully retire. Does that make sense? So until your circle is good, and then your church is good, and your extended family is what? Good. You do not have the right. That's something that can bless you and everybody you touch. To use the words. Good.
Good preaching and teaching.
Flip that and say, Amen. God bless each and every one of you.
Come on, y'all, let's give it up for this.
Beautiful ladies that are going to bring you your Declaration of Independence.
All righty.
You understand that until you own your own, and you can stand on your own with your own, it's very, very similar to being indentured. So I want you to fill out your application the way you want your check to read. I want you to fill out your application where you want us to mail the check to. And then we want you to get started. But when you get started, bring it right here. Make your list and let us come out. Fair enough? These ladies are coming to hand you your application. If you need an ink pen or something to bear on, let us know. And we will get that to you as well. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, no, you know.
Yes. Everybody in here. Everybody that you know. Great. Everybody.